Welcome to Foundation Friday. The dedication and covenant of silent unity was signed on December 7th, 1892 by Charles and Myrtle Fillmore, founders of the Unity movement. It is unlikely when they signed this covenant that they had any idea how far-reaching unity would be as it evolved into the church we know and love today. We invite you to join us as we explore and share some of the original ideas, teachings, and writings of the men and women who created the foundation of the Unity Church.
Hi there. Thank you for joining us today for our Foundation Friday program. Today we are going back in time to visit the words and lessons of Unity co-founder Myrtle Fillmore. These little articles I'm going to share with you come from the book Letters of Myrtle Fillmore that was published in 1936. This book was actually published after she passed away, so the readings are from before that. But they were all put together in one book that you can find on truthunity.org. If you would like the PDF, the book itself, I believe, is available on Amazon. It's called Letters of Myrtle Fillmore. I found these articles very interesting because they're on transition, the passageway between life and what we consider death, and I found her readings very valuable. I hope you do too. Here we go. Transition. We know that the truth will open your spiritual eyes and your spiritual understanding, and you will know that what seemed to you as a loss at the time is no longer to be considered as such. You will learn that those who go through the change called death are really passing through a transition, the soul giving up the body temple, which for some reason or other it can no longer express through or bring into health. Your dear one is not gone away anywhere. He is abiding in the heart of the Father, and you will have learned that the Father is omnipresent, and so all his children are just where their own consciousness draws and holds them, whether they are functioning in the physical or have temporarily laid aside the flesh body. It will help you to know that souls keep on being re-embodied as children until they come into the Christ consciousness and have perfect dominion over mind, body, and affairs. Your dear one may already be building a new body temple in which to come along among us and to learn more lessons and further unfold the God qualities in his faculties and powers. In understanding the law of life and coming into the light of truth, we give up many of our old conceptions of God and of ourselves and of life here and hereafter. We find that spiritual unity and love and expression are eternal. And we cease to grieve when a dear one has gone from our sense sight and human surroundings. We enter into the inner peace place of light and peace and know that the Father is helping that one to do just as his own soul requires, just as he is ever helping us. Your hearing your dear one's voice in the night may have been the result of your own subconscious yearning and desire to hear him and to know that he is near. Or it may have been his soul's desire and effort to reach your consciousness and to comfort you. The soul of an individual is consciousness, and those who are spiritually awake can direct their thinking and reach those who are near to them or receptive to them. His thoughts of love and comfort could reach you during the stillness of your intellect, and your faculties could register the thoughts and radiations of love and report them to the intellect. And you felt that you actually heard the voice. This will make you to know that hearing is mental and that the ears are but instruments to catch and radiate the things you heard to the various parts of your body and consciousness and the intellect. It was not necessary for you to answer. Your dear one felt your response and knew that all was well. It is not wise or right to cling to those who have gone from the body. It tends to bind them to old and past experiences and environment and delays possibly their turning to the Father for divine guidance and adjustment and further progress. When she writes responses like that, it's easy to wonder just what what provoked the response. Here's the next one. Living with memories isn't fulfilling God's plan of your life. God is life within you, eagerly seeking unity with other life, yearning to picture forth the health and joy and strength and usefulness that there is in all God life. God is love that must be converted into loving things of the present, those about you, the thoughts and works and words that are adding to the wealth and peace and beauty to the world we know now. Dear, would it shock you if I told you I do not really believe that those souls whom you have known as friends in the past and who failed to understand and conform to the divine law of life so they could stay with the body and work out the divine harmony of his kingdom at the time you knew them in the flesh, are in the least bit interested in keeping up old connections and friendships? Why, they are no doubt awake to the fact that they lacked much in the way of light and power and life, and they are surely much more interested in getting at the vital truth and its application, so that they shall not again fall short and be obliged to return to their environment and rebuild a body temple for further expression. These souls who pass through transition that is termed death are not nearly so likely to crystallize in the past as some of us who stay on, looking towards the past for our interest and happiness. They must have found it necessary to wake up and get hold of new ideas and new friendships to give them inspiration and help. So bless the past and the old friendships and turn from them, knowing that they are not the vital issue now. All that another has meant to you has left its imprint upon you and your soul so that you profit by it daily. And this is all that is of value to you now. There is no reason to suppose that a soul out of physical body is not aware of what's going on about it. At least since the soul is consciousness, it is most reasonable to assume that it is aware of all that really interests it and all that it desires to fulfill, to identify itself with. One who has been spiritually awake and active in soul and body would not be likely to fall asleep even though the body were for some reason given up. Such a one would be on the alert to satisfy his soul hunger and to appreciate all that he could experience without the flesh and the centers of physical structure which his centers of consciousness has built. It is a sorrow to have a loved one go through the experience of death. But we show a greater love for our dear one by refusing to hang on to the sorrow and by turning the undivided attention to learning how to better live by divine law and how to help others to avoid the experience of death. Your son would not have you clinging to him in thought, nor would he wish you to come to him through death. He is a splendid soul and would have you learn the truth and live it right here and now. Instead of thinking about going to him out of the body, begin instead to be glad that he is coming into the body again in the splendid ways all souls have of getting into the physical as a babe. The only way by which we shall be eternally united with our loved ones is to come into the Jesus Christ consciousness of life. Learn to keep the divine law of life, which means the renewal and transformation of the physical body, so that spirit, soul, and body may remain unified, and the righteous self-expression in all three departments of being may continue. Well, that one was obviously written to a mother who had lost a son, or perhaps a father who had lost his son, one of the most difficult losses. Here's the next letter. We are with you constantly, dear, to help you realize that all is well. Your dear one did not know how to let go of the limitations unto which her mind had got, nor how to renew and build up her body. And so to her it is a rest and an opportunity to lie aside the body for a time and to break the conscious connection with the things going on around her until the divine urge within her again prompts her to build the body temple and take up lessons here in the physical. If your mother had gone away on a vacation and you knew she was in loving hands, you would not be grieved or worried, would you? Well, now that is just what has taken place. She is resting from the suffering and the problems that she just did not know how to manage. She is in the presence of God, just as you are. And the best way to show your love for her is just to let go of all human longing and all sense of loss, so that this soul who welcomed you as a babe and who has cared for you may rest assured that all is well with you. For your mother has just gone into a different schoolroom of life, where the divine Father, Mother is the teacher. That one really hit home. I lost my mom fairly recently, and I found great comfort in that letter. So those are Myrtle Fillmore's letters on transition. And it's really interesting if you're a Unity student that Unity doesn't speak much about the ideas of reincarnation or rebirth. It's interesting to go back and kind of understand where Myrtle Fillmore was with these issues. That's all I've got for you today from Myrtle Fillmore on transition. If you're not a subscriber, I invite you to subscribe and you will be informed every time we post a new video. Thank you for watching. Feel free to share this video if you're moved to do so. But before we go, please know you matter. You are sacred and you are so, so very loved. Namaste.
Thank you for joining us, and let's stay connected and grow in spirit. We are on Facebook. Search for Unity Church of El Cajon and follow us and like our posts. You can reach us on YouTube at Unity Church of El Cajon. Please subscribe to our channel, watch our videos, and leave comments which can help us improve. We are on the web at unityofelcajon.org. Email or call our church office to receive our weekly newsletters, which lists all of our activities and opportunities to learn and grow together.